second annual Impact Awards presented by United Way of Central and Northeastern Connecticut and Fox 61 Connecticut's news station. My name is Brent Harden. Usually at this time I would be at the station having a cold dinner and preparing for the late news, but tonight I am your host. And joining me as co-host is my colleague Keith McGilvery, our morning anchor at Fox 61, and we are also very thrilled to recognize and honor individuals and groups and organizations who make a significant contribution to healthcare, housing, financial empowerment, and education here in Connecticut. And everyone nominated has made an impact on their community in some way. All are deserving of recognition. So let's please give a round of applause to all of the nominees and the finalists in the room.
It is great to be here with all of our nominees, and tonight we're honoring individuals and organizations, companies in 9 incredible categories. So Unsung Hero is one of them, Impactful Woman, Impactful Emerging Leader, Impactful Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Community Organization Making an Impact, Small Business Making an Impact, Company Making an Impact, Impactful Educator, and the George Bahamonde Lifetime Achievement Award. It is going to be an amazing night. To kick off the evening, folks, please welcome the President and CEO of the United Way of Central and Northeastern Connecticut, Eric Harrison, and our own Director of Sales, proud to call her a friend, Fox 61's Eileen Armis.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's the second annual Impact Awards, and just another round of applause for all the finalists tonight and honorees. Just an amazing group. You're going to be really touched by all the stories here tonight. We are here tonight because Fox 61 and United Way want to lift up those who make an impact in the communities where we live and work. And United Way closes gaps in child literacy, housing, wages, and life expectancy to end poverty in all its forms. And that's a goal that we all want to strive for. Every day we work hard, we create opportunities to help people thrive. So United Way encourages people in our community to champion these causes they care about the most. And I could not be in better company this evening among all the Impact Award nominees and finalists. Another round of applause for everyone. And of course, a successful event requires generous sponsors. So I'd also like to thank the incredible sponsors of tonight's awards, Chase Enterprises and Hartford Hospital, Diamond presenting sponsors. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Our first-time sponsor as well, Hoffman Auto Group, our premium sponsor. HSB Gold sponsor and American Eagle Financial Credit Union, table centerpiece sponsor. Thank you so much. And we thank you all again for supporting our awards ceremony and for championing United Way throughout the years. United Way is grateful to partner with Fox 61 on the Impact Awards, especially due to their incredible community presence. And as you heard from Keith, he's interviewing everyone every day, and we just appreciate that constant pulse on the community. That presence, that integrity, and that ability to raise awareness about the people who are creating change for our neighbors. And so all of you are unsung heroes here tonight. And so it's my honor to be joined by Director of Sales of Fox 61, Eileen Armis.
Thank you, Eric. At Fox 61, we recognize one of our employees every month who goes above and beyond in our station community with an Impact Award. These hardworking individuals, some of who are in the room tonight, got us thinking about people, companies, and organizations right here in Connecticut that are going above and beyond to make their communities better and our state a better place. United Way of Central and Northeastern Connecticut shares so many of our values and does some truly amazing work in our community. Thank you to Eric and his team for helping us to create this incredible night of recognition. As Connecticut's news station, we are committed not only to serving Connecticut through news and information, but also as a community partner for organizations and events striving to make an impact. We are proud, along with the United Way, to bring you the second annual Impact Awards and look forward to celebrating with you all tonight. Best of luck to all those nominated.
A round of applause again for Eileen Armis and Eric. Thank you both so much for the work you and your teams have done to make tonight possible. One of our diamond presenting sponsors for the Impact Awards is the great team at Hartford Hospital. We are so grateful. You can clap for them doing incredible work in our community. Thank you. Hartford Hospital's passion for strengthening communities and supporting the Impact Awards. We could not do this without your generosity, people using the talents and the means that they have to give back. We are so grateful for that. Have a video we want to share.
Quieting tremors by stimulating the brain, treating big pain with the smallest electrodes, reversing sudden paralysis with fast spinal surgery, removing tumors with image-guided brain surgery. When the best minds in neuroscience collaborate, it's not science fiction, it's fact. At Hartford Healthcare's Iron Neuroscience Institute.
Wow, I just got chills. How about another round of applause now for our diamond presenting sponsor of the Impact Awards, Hartford Hospital. All right, to present the first award of the evening, I'd like to turn it back over to Keith McGilvery, Fox 61's Good News Guy. Keith?
Do you think that would fit on a license plate?
Yeah.
We should try it. Are you
try
guys
it.
having a good time? Ready to get this started? All right, so yes, there we go. I gave you permission to be rowdy. You can cheer. I tried to make it to all the tables tonight. The Unsung Hero Award is given to a person giving their all to their community in quiet, folks, and often incredibly thankless ways. The person, I love the description that we worked on for this, almost like the unofficial mayor of your community or your neighborhood, your town, completing acts of kindness for everyone they meet without looking for anything in return. The unsung hero is someone who may or may not be known in their community until now, folks, and the nominees are...
Hi, my name is Helen Nixon, and I've been a resident of the city for the past 65 years. I love this city. I came to this city because I wanted a better way of life. And what make it so good, I moved right into the Northeast neighborhood, and I've been in the same neighborhood for all that time. I love it because there's a lot of challenges here, and I've always been the type of person where I wanted to get involved in the neighborhood. I can be that voice. I'm able to really speak up because I've been there and done that and did that. So that's why I don't take no for an answer. Someone tell me that when I want something, and you tell me no, you got to tell me why. Why? Give me a solution. And don't just tell me no, then tell me how we can do it to make sure it become a yes. And I won't leave you alone until it is a yes. And I'm trying to let my people, educate my people to do the same thing.
Hi, my name is Linda Hunter. I am a proud foster parent, and I've been doing this now for 15 years. Started with my husband back in 2008, and sadly my husband passed away in 2011, and we did foster 6 kids together and decided that I wanted to continue fostering children because it's just been my passion to help these kids. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to give these kids a place to live for a short period of time or however long they needed me. My heart just opens up for these kids. Is it a lot of work? Yes, it is a lot of work. But you know what? Once I make that commitment, once I say yes, I pour my heart and soul into those kids, and I do my job, and I feel like I do it very, very well. Hi, I'm Sandy Flagg, and I am the president of the board of directors for Waste Not, Want Not Community Kitchen in Granby. Waste Not, Want Not is an all-volunteer organization that started 17 years ago out of a need to take wasted food and find needy people that were hungry. Our first meal, we had about 15 people. We currently feed at least 150 people every week. So we satisfy that need with food, but more importantly, everybody that comes to Waste Not, Want Not knows
that we feed far more than their stomachs, because we really do feed their soul. I might be the neediest person there because I still need a reason to feel worthwhile at my age, and I've worked all my life and then I didn't work. My children are grown, my grandchildren aren't there every day and don't need me every day. But there's always somebody in the community that has a need, and so now I have a purpose every day and a reason to get up.
Folks, please join me with a thunderous round of applause. The Unsung Hero Award goes to Miss Helen Nixon!
I am so nervous. I just can't, as much as I like to talk, right now I'm just stunned for words. I am so honored to be the finalist, and now just honored to be selected to receive this award. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, and all those that nominated me. May God bless you, and I hope that I will live up to what you expect for me to be. So thank you again for honoring me. Thank you.
All right, to present the next award, I would like to welcome to the stage Dr. Jennifer Hernandez. Dr. Hernandez is a program manager at the Hospital of Central Connecticut and is a professor at Middlesex Community College. She also received the inaugural Impactful Woman Award back in 2023. Dr. Hernandez.
Thank you so much, Brett. The Impactful Woman Award is given to a female leader whose mission is to help other women and empower other women. She is a leader and inspiration, creating opportunities and ensuring she is making Connecticut a better place. A true mentor to other women, this award winner has a dynamic energy and drive to do great things in her community. And the nominees are?
Hi, my name is Farasheh Ganjabi. I'm founder and director of Elena's Light. Elena's Light is a non-profit organization. We are aiming to empowering refugee and immigrant families and make a brighter future for refugee women and children. I cannot talk about Elena's Light without talking about my own life. We weren't allowed to go to school legally. My father made a fake ID for me to go to school. And I was in 4th grade, like I had 12 years old. I always say that 12 years old, I became an adult. My father came to me and said, there is a lot of kids and they want to get education. And I plan to start a school for them. Because you have ID, you go to school. Now, it's your duty to do the teaching for these women. With making this platform and teaching them English, learn how to drive, you will not just empower one woman, you empower a whole family.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Ford, and I am the Community Outreach Coordinator for the Department of Children and Families. A few years back, I started the Olive Branch, which is a community space, a store, where all of the items in the store are brand new. Families are invited in to shop for their children for games, toys that are donated by the community. The families get to shop and pick out what their child would like and leave the store with dignity, knowing that they had the direct hand in helping their child feel special. These families are just like you and I. They're just everyday people trying to survive, and that embracing of a community, not only just the items that they're receiving, but just the experience that they're having is really enriching the lives of the families we serve. And I have families who come back after their cases are closed and they donate, and then they ask if they can help and volunteer. So I think that the way that this Olive Branch was born and how it's developed has really impacted our community.
And the winner of the Impactful Women Award is Farasheh Ganjabi.
much for believing me, my work. First day as a refugee when I come here and not knowing any word of English, I start learning, working, and building a life here. Now standing in front of you after 14 years of hard working, not just myself, all the women, all my families, friends. Thank you so much, United Way. Thank you so much, Fox News, and everyone who nominate and believing in my work. Thank you so much, my dear husband, who always supporting me on any way. Thanks to my mother and any women who are standing behind other women to making a better and bright future for everyone. Thank you so much again. I'm so honored.
All right, we're going to keep the party going tonight. To introduce our next category, I want to invite Pete Collins, Chair of the United Way's Board of Directors, to the stage. Pete, come on up. Pete is the Senior Vice President for Enterprise Operations at Travelers and is a leadership advisor and ally for Empower Plus, the women's professional group in technology and operations at Travelers. Pete also has been a longtime leadership volunteer at United Way of Central and Northeastern Connecticut, including serving as a coach for the Emerging Leaders Society case competition, as well as serving on its board. Pete, come on up. Good to see you, Pete.
Thank you, Keith. Good evening, everybody. So this next award really is near and dear to my heart. The Impactful Emerging Leader Award is given to the next up-and-coming change maker in Connecticut, specifically under the age of 30, and they're on the fast track to leadership. So despite their age, they've already got a proven record of giving back and have set themselves up for a future of serving the great Connecticut community. So before I announce the winner, let's hear from the nominees.
Hi, I'm Jamie Bianca. I'm a 7th grade teacher at the Watkinson School and a nonprofit founder of Opportunability. I really wanted to become a teacher because of my twin brother Brandon, who is on the autism spectrum. Seeing how differentiated learning was needed for my brother and for many people like him, I realized that every child is unique and not every child is going to learn the same way. So it's important to provide different modes of learning. My nonprofit is called Opportunability, and its name is very intentional because it combines both opportunity and ability to show that opportunities should not be limited based on perceived societal ability. As a teacher, I could make an impact in the lives of others, and as a nonprofit founder, I could provide programming for people with physical and intellectual disabilities to help them reach their personal and professional goals. I never imagined that this work would become a nonprofit. And that just makes me incredibly excited because now that we have this organization, the work that's so important can continue to soar.
Hi, my name is Tania Banks. I am the co-chair of the Young Legends under United Way of Northeastern Connecticut. We help youth age 16 through 29 connect to career resources. We connect different organizations and help them make connections that are needed to build bigger things in our community. And we basically speak up for anybody who doesn't have a voice for themselves. I grew up in a rough neighborhood to a single mother who did it on her own, raising me, my brother, and my sister. Seeing my grandmother do it. My grandmother raised 7 kids. My mom was the only girl. Just growing up, with my family and seeing different things that was going on in the community, I felt it more than anything that I wanted to do. And I felt like if nobody else would do it, I had to do it. I genuinely want to see people change, and I know if I can change one person, they're going to go change another person. It's going to be a ripple of change because these people feel what I feel, and they're willing to give that back once somebody has given it to them.
Hi, my name is Valeria Chavez, and I am the owner of the brand Valijo that focuses on spirits and restaurant industry. I came to the United States when I was around 13. My mom migrated with my sister and I. In Mexico, we were really poor, and my mom worked really hard. She not only had the pozoleria on Thursdays and at the house, but she also had a taqueria outside of my grandmother's restaurant. My mom went through a lot of things and I lived those hardships with her, but I never saw her give up. I think that's exactly why I want to inspire other people. In Torrington right now I'm working with multiple nonprofits, especially for mental health and drug and alcohol abuse. I want to help women and other people to know that there's a safe space, especially at the restaurant. I know how hard it was for me, and if I can alleviate that stress on somebody else, that makes me feel even better because I don't want them to go through what I went through to get here.
They're all amazing emerging leaders, but there's one winner. The Impactful Emerging Leader Award goes to, and let's carry her up to stage on a wave of applause, Jamie Bianca.
Thank you so much to my family, my mom, my dad, my grandma, and especially my twin brother, Brandon. I like to say that I was an advocate for inclusion ever since the womb. And my brother, when he was little, he was nonverbal. But through innovative programming, through sports and recreation, as well as through education, he is now considered a verbal communicator, and he truly drives everything that I do in the community and to be an advocate for true inclusion. I feel so blessed to receive this award, and congratulations to all of the finalists and all of the award winners. You are all doing incredible work, and it is an honor to be among you and to be inspired by you. So thank you so much again. I'm incredibly honored. Thank you.
Well, the Impactful Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Award is given to an individual, an organization, or company that has demonstrated a track record of helping or working with minority communities here in Connecticut. They've made a measurable impact in the DE&I community and have dedicated their lives, or a better part of their business, helping to create a spot for everyone at the table. And the nominees tonight are...
Hi, I'm Katie McKinney. I'm the Director of Development and Community Relations at Covenant Prep in Hartford. We are a tuition-free private school for middle school boys from underserved and under-resourced neighborhoods in Hartford. Our goal is to provide a private school opportunity for students who might not normally have access to that. We've had 14 years of graduates now since 2011, and they are such an incredible example of why Covenant Prep works.
Well, the one thing I've always said, I remember from being a little boy and in college, was that I always was going to come back to Covenant Prep. I didn't know in the capacity. I always said, oh, I'd be a board member. I could have never told you that I'd come back as a teacher, but now that I've come back, I can definitely say this school year is probably going to be the most life-changing and setting the foundation for who I want to be.
We want them to buy a home here. We want them to raise their children here. We want them to be committed to being change makers in Hartford.
Hello, my name is Abdul Rahman bin Mohammed, and I'm the Executive Director of My People Community Services. At My People Community Services, our mission is to create a community that serves, supports, collaborates, and succeeds together. 85% of our staff are people of color, and we really are embedded in our community trying to do good work. We've been developing programs that allow people that are in our community to access our services without having to go through a system first, and they can come directly to My People. And I think that that's a very different way of accessing support, where somebody is saying, you need this, or somebody saying, I need this, and I want to do something about it. So we just want to be more focused on the community and allow for them to be able to literally walk off the street and come in and get the services that we're offering.
Hi, I'm Tracy Madden Hennessy, Chief Executive Officer of the YWCA New Britain. Our mission is the elimination of racism and the empowerment of women, particularly women of color, particularly financially. And our child care business incubator is an essential component of that. It was developed to address a shortage of child care in New Britain, and each classroom is an individual business for each one of the women providers who've been through our training, and We assisted through the licensing process, establishing their business, getting insurance, and all the components needed to get them started. We have started getting calls from other women in the community who want to be either part of the next cohort or who want us to help support their current business because they're doing family child care. So really that's where we want to go. We want to expand this project so we become a family child care support initiative.
And the winner of the Impactful Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Award is YWCA New Britain.
I'm speechless. To the other nominees, Covenant Prep and Dr. Mohammed, you're just as deserving of this award. This is really inspirational. And listening to your stories, I can imagine what the impact you're doing in your communities. To the women at the table who are sitting with me, who are our first business owners in child care, you stuck with us, and we appreciate you. To United Way and Channel 61 and the folks who made the decisions about this award. We thank you and we're very humbled by it. Thank you.
All right, right now I want to welcome Kelly Doherty, Community Engagement Partnerships and Communications Coordinator of Hands on Hartford, to join us on stage now to present the Community Organization Making an Impact Award.
The Community Organization Making an Impact Award is given to a community group here in Connecticut who have taken on the task of bettering their surroundings and helping others. This is a grassroots organization using their resources, whether through volunteering time, resources, or fundraising, to create change. This charitable organization goes above and beyond the call of duty. And the nominees are...
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Santiago Nazario. I'm the CEO at Compass Youth Collaborative. Compass Youth Collaborative works with youth at the center of the violence. We build transformative relationships. We meet youth exactly where they are in the community. We know that due to the amount of trauma that they are facing in their lives, that they are not ready yet to engage with anyone. So our peace builders go out into any community at day or night in order to make sure that they're building relationships with youth. Our peace builders, to me, are like heroes. They are community members who have been there, done that. This work gives them purpose as team members of Compass Youth Collaborative, and our youth are better off because they have people that have this lived experience, have transformed their lives and are doing better. We're not only here for the youth, we're here for our team members and applauding all that they are doing to save lives in their community.
Hi, my name is Erin Johnston.
And I am Megan Pearson. We are the co-founders and co-executive directors of Fostering Family Hope.
Fostering Family Hope is a nonprofit dedicated to the support and service of kids and families in foster care who are impacted by foster care and involved in foster care. Megan and I actually started Fostering Family Hope because we were in the same foster care licensing class. Our hearts just broke that these kids didn't come with anything that they needed, really, and we wanted to make sure that they felt valued and loved and cared for just the way that we would want our kids to feel that. So that's really the heart of it. The main program that we would love to highlight is the Closet, which is our physical location where families can come into a building and shop as if they were going to a regular store, but everything is absolutely free to them. And so kids get to pick out clothing, it's new and gently used, toys, toiletries, everything that a child might need when they first enter foster care or throughout their journey in foster care. So it's just a really special place that they can feel like they're valued and they're worthy.
Hi, I'm Sam Barrett. I am a veteran of the U.S. Army with 2nd Ranger Battalion, and I'm chairman of the board for Open Doors Outdoors. We have a mantra at Open Doors Outdoors, which is let the mountains do the work. Our mission is to take veterans, their families, and young people into the outdoors for reconnection, healthy activity, and healing. Davey Edwards founded Open Doors Outdoors in 2018, and he went through a traumatic experience in the Marines with a fellow Marine dying and him being there on site. This transpired into post-traumatic stress, and he found that being in the outdoors, he got that sense of reconnection, healthy activity, and healing in a sense. And because of that, he thought that we could broaden that to other veterans here in Connecticut.
It's not the veteran who's there actively looking for an organization help. It's a family member, it's a friend, maybe it's another colleague or another veteran who sees our organization, takes us up on the offer to take them out on a hike or UTV or a kayak, invites that person or that family into our organization. And once they're in, they're part of our family.
And the winner of the Community Organization Making an Impact Award is Compass Youth Collaborative.
I am really proud to be the CEO at Compass Youth Collaborative because every day I get to work with a team of people that I consider to be heroes. No matter whether it's 2 a.m. in the morning or 2 p.m. in the afternoon, they get up out of their beds to respond when a youth has been injured by gun violence. They are using their second chance to give these kids a first chance. They have transformed number of lives, and it shows in the work that we're doing. We are just seeing that violence has decreased in Hartford by 55%. And it's because these young men and women have dedicated their lives to peace in our community. And so we're grateful for the opportunity to help these youth navigate obstacles and build peace in their lives. And we're grateful for the opportunity to share our work with all of you. So thank you and have a great night.
We're going to keep things moving here and to present the Small Business Making an Impact Award. I'd like to welcome to the stage Irene Bassick, Vice Chair of the United Way's Board of Directors, to the stage.
The Small Business Making an Impact Award is given to a company with fewer than 100 employees that has made giving back to Connecticut a part of their culture. This means we are looking for a small business that invests resources to create a better state. Volunteering and philanthropy are part of their culture, creating a place to work that allows employees to connect with the community. And the nominees are...
Hi, I'm Eric Colazzo. I'm one of the co-owners of Browology Plus in Meriden, where we focus on a variety of beauty enhancement services, such as the areola restoration, tattooing, and scar tattooing. My original career that led into this was I was home care nurse, and I had a lot of clients that were going through the cancer journey and treatment. And it kind of inspired me to not only make them feel good on the inside, but the outside as well. Making realistic looking hair strokes for those who have gone through chemo, and it kind of evolved from there and it grew. And then we're like, what's another way that we can make this even better or the next level? And then I started doing the scar treatments and areola restoration. We try to bring back that feminine touch and that feeling and the feeling of being complete that these women are lacking after they finish treatment and surgery. I always say as long as we reach one person that didn't know about this and we can help them, feel better about themselves, then I'm happy.
Hi, my name is Chris Albini.
And I'm Ashley Chambrello, and we are from Cornerstone Counseling Center. Cornerstone Counseling Center is an outpatient mental health group practice. We offer mental health counseling services to children, adolescents, families, and adults. We also offer couples and family services and medication management. We also partner with schools in Connecticut providing in-school counseling services. We have found that a lot of the school social workers were referring to outside agencies, and it was inaccessible due to long wait lists and transportation barriers. And so being able to provide those in-school counseling services in the school setting has been so helpful to allow therapy to be accessible to families that may not be able to otherwise access it.
Being able to intervene and let kids know that they're supported early as possible and give them the strategies needed, I think it's extremely critical.
Hi, my name is Katie DaCosta. I'm the co-owner of Connecticut North Stars. We're a 501(c)(3) nonprofit organization that was created for youth sports. My father, my uncle, and Mike Romano started this 29 years ago with the intent to give our young youth an ability to play basketball and grow as citizens and as athletes. With sports, a lot of people say that sports develop character, but I also feel like it reveals character. We're in the process of teaching them how to have a work ethic and how to fight when things aren't going well for you. And you know, I always tell the kids, failure is just the first attempt in learning. You got to be able to fail to be able to learn and grow. And with us, we're really big on developing. It's not always about winning, it's about teaching. And when you guys can teach through the sport, more so than just basketball, but how to be a great teammate, how to lead, how to time management, how to hold yourself accountable, how to deal with yourself, that it's stuff that transcends into the real world.
And the winner is Cornerstone Counseling.
Oh my gosh. First, thank you to United Way and Fox 61 for putting this on and for hosting the Impact Awards. There's so many amazing nominees here today that making an impact in Connecticut. We are so grateful to be able to do this work and make mental health accessible to so many families across Connecticut. We couldn't do it without our amazing leadership team. They are the ones behind the scenes, making it all happen, and with our wonderful clinicians in the almost 30 schools across Connecticut. So thank you again, and thank you for all of you for believing in mental health importance.
The Company Making an Impact Award is given to a company with more than 100 employees that have made giving back to Connecticut a part of their culture. We're looking for an organization that is well-rounded in investing not only money, but their time to create a better Connecticut. Volunteering and philanthropy are part of their culture from the top down, creating a place to work that allows employees a change for the long way. So the nominees are
Hi, I'm Alicia Gaduti. I am the President and CEO of Edelbrook Behavioral and Developmental Services. Edelbrook is a 124-year-old nonprofit organization. We started out as the Swedish Christian Orphanage in 1900, and we've been serving children and families, helping them find hope and healing ever since. And about 15 years ago, we really looked at those that we were serving and identified that a lot of people served in the juvenile justice world were there because they had undiagnosed autism spectrum disorders and behavioral and developmental challenges. And we really shifted our service system to focus on that specific population.
Individuals with disabilities have some of the highest rates of unemployment, and we work to close that gap by creating job opportunities both in the community and in our programs.
We serve kids through special education schools, through residential programs. We provide respite care and community education and training to really make sure that we're not just supporting the kids, but we're helping them feel welcomed, accepted. We're helping the community understand and embrace their individuality and the special gifts and talents that they bring with them.
Hi, my name's Howard Brady. I am the President and CEO of American Eagle Financial Credit Union. We are headquartered in East Hartford, Connecticut. We've been around since 1935. We are a mission-driven organization. Everything we do is designed to raise up individuals, families, and larger communities. We have 365 team members at American Eagle, and they show up in our local community to volunteer. And so we've given 1,600 hours this year in 2024 to do that. benefited 66 organizations in the local community, and held over 450 events. We also started a structured giving program that sets 5% of our net income aside to give to our local communities. Here's what that means. We've got $1.2 million set aside to give to our local community moving forward in 2025, and we will continue to set aside a portion of our net income in that interest to make sure that we're reinforcing the values that we hold dear to make sure that we can raise up as many people in our local community as we possibly can.
Hi, my name is Christina Bontempo, and I'm the board chair of OAH Strides.
And I'm Dr. Pietro Memo. I'm the president of Orthopedic Associates of Hartford. Orthopedic Associates of Hartford is one of the largest orthopedic groups in the state of Connecticut. Our goal as orthopedists is to restore function for patients to get back to their daily lives.
I wanted to create a space at Orthopedic Associates of Hartford where we could connect with our patients outside of these four walls and with our community, and find organizations that share a similar mission to ours that really highlight the importance of movement.
The reason why we formed OH Strides is we thought about everything that we do as an organization as far as restoring function, restoring movement, and we decided to form a foundation whereby we could proactively go back into the Hartford community to really promote the power of movement. Because with movement, you can restore your life, you restore your health, and with good physical health, it really makes you a whole person when you can physically achieve the goals that you want to do.
And the company making an impact award goes to American Eagle Credit Union.
We do appreciate you very much, and it's not an American Eagle story. This is a people story, and credit unions play a pivotal role in our communities to raise people up, individuals, families, in larger communities. Many people may not know that we're actually a not-for-profit on the banking platform. That's an incredibly unique proposition. It puts us in a very good spot to put all of you in the communities around us to be better and to be able to meet their needs in a number of ways, whether it's volunteering in the community, whether it's giving back time and treasure, and we make a number of investments in the community, or just meeting people where they are because we can make greater impact together. Thank you so much for being here. Very much appreciate you.
Well, to present the next award, I'd like to invite Monica Fenwick, Miss Connecticut, to the stage. Monica is a recent graduate of UConn's Master's in Speech and Language Pathology program and currently works as a speech-language pathologist while also serving as Miss Connecticut 2024. She is the founder of Communication is Key, which advocates for those with communication disorders striving to make effective communication accessible to all. Monica.
Thank you, Brett. The Impactful Educator Award recognizes a teacher, professor, coach, or tutor who has dedicated themselves to molding young minds. More than teaching, this person serves as a mentor to their students, helping guiding them through life. This person can be retired or work at a preschool, K-12, or college setting. And the nominees are...
Hi, my name is Candace Donaldson. I'm an art teacher at Domus Kids and the owner and operator of Posh Paint. We bring creative, engaging events to different places within the community. It gives them a moment to engulf in something that's creative, and it boosts their self-esteem, like, wow, I created that, I painted that. It gives them a moment to step away from any issues that they're dealing with at that time. Being a teacher is, someone who is going to have their students back 100%. There's no right and wrong way in art. Art is about self-expression. So if you paint 2 stick figures, that is art. If you draw a squiggly line, that is art. That's your self-expression. Who am I or anyone else to say that that's not art? Everyone is creative in their own way. You have to just have that warmth in your heart and that passion in your heart to see all children succeed. And I think that's the greatest thing about being an educator.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lakita Joyner-McGraw, and I'm the CEO of Youth Entrepreneurs. Youth Entrepreneurs is a nonprofit organization where we are preparing Generation Genius. We have the opportunity to provide free and accessible workshops on college prep programs as well as career readiness and entrepreneurship education workshops. Started off with a summer program. Parents were coming back to me saying, hey, thank you for doing this. My child now has this confidence. A lot of these students already know about starting their own business. My job is to come in and cultivate their ideas and bring it into fruition. We give them the opportunity to develop a business plan where they can really take this great idea and use this training that we provide so that they can start their own businesses. We want to make sure that our high school students are prepared to be successful, not only entrepreneurs, but future leaders.
Hi, my name is William Fluker. I'm a band teacher for the New Haven Public Schools, and I love music, and I love teaching music. Well, I got involved in playing trumpet, I guess junior high school. I wanted to play tuba, but my band teacher thought the tuba was too big for me. So he allowed me to play the little tuba, which was the trumpet. My band teacher, he taught in a caring manner, and I realized what that meant to me. I ended up teaching and teaching in that same caring manner. Just seeing the smiles and seeing the pride that the kids had in playing their instruments, it means so much. I feel very proud to be called the Kids Music Man.
And the winner of the Impactful Educator Award is Candace Donaldson.
Thank you so much, United Way and Fox 61 Impact Awards Committee for this honor. Thank you to my husband for his continued support. I'm incredibly grateful to be recognized for the Impactful Educator Award. Teaching is my passion and has been my way of giving back. And through Posh Paint, I'm able to make a difference both in my students' lives and within the community. Art has the power to uplift, inspire, and connect us. And I'm committed to creating those meaningful experiences every day. Thank you again for this recognition and for supporting the work I love to do. In closing, remember to believe in yourself, be kind to others, continue to make a positive impact in the world. Last but not least, live, love, and paint. This award is for my community. Thank you.
We do want to get on to our special award of the night. The George Bahamonde Lifetime Achievement Award is given to an individual who has dedicated their life to service with the goal of making futures better and brighter for generations to come. This award is named for the late George Bahamonde, who served as the president and CEO of the United Way of Central and Northeastern Connecticut. To say a few words about this year's nominee, please join me in welcoming Cheryl Ficarra from Hartford Hospital to the stage.
It is, first of all, let me begin by just saying thank you, Arnold Chase, for all that you have done for Hartford Hospital, Hartford Healthcare, and the patients and families that we serve in our community every day. So I'm quite honored to be here this evening with all of you tonight to celebrate distinguished achievement of Arnold Chase and his exceptional contributions to Hartford Hospital and Hartford Healthcare. And we are very proud this evening as a presenting sponsor. In addition to being our dedicated board member for many years, Arnold's philanthropic support for Hartford Hospital most notably includes the development of nationally recognized David and Rhoda Chase Family Movement Disorder Center. The center was named after his late parents, in which honors his father, who suffered Parkinson's disease. I'd like to thank Arnold and his wife, Sandra, and your entire family for your unwavering commitment to our patients, our colleagues, and the community. Arnold, on behalf of Hartford Hospital and Hartford Healthcare, congratulations with receiving this very special recognition. I would now like to introduce inaugural Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, Andy Bissett, to the stage to present this year's awards. Thank you.
Good evening to everybody, and thanks for being back here and to help us recognize an incredible leader in the Connecticut community with the second George Bahamonde Lifetime Achievement Award. For those who knew George, he was deeply committed, I mean really deeply committed, to supporting the community and making futures brighter for generations to come. He really did care about our state and the people who live in it, and he made such an impact on those around him. It was an honor to receive the first ever George Bahamonde Achievement Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight to pass the torch to the next recipient. Arnold Chase is the president and chairman of the Sandra and Arnold Chase Family Foundation, established in 1978. He is also the co-president of Chase Enterprises, a multi-generational investment firm primarily specializing in commercial real estate and hospitality industries. In addition to his public service through broadcast channels, Arnold is also known for Winter Wonderland and Haunted Happenings, charity events that took place in downtown Hartford in the 1990s. And it's really my pleasure to welcome Arnold to the stage to receive the 2024 George Bahamonde Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow. Well, thank you for those amazing introductions. Having worked in the industry, I appreciate more than most the effort that went into producing all the videos. Even if I weren't honored tonight, I still would be thrilled to once again be among all my friends, my associates or former associates, really a very special group of people. When Fox 61 turned 40 this year, the journey actually started 63 years ago when I was just a 10-year-old boy. I was always fascinated with the technology behind television, so instead of watching the limited programs at that time, I instead spent many enjoyable days experimenting with different kinds of TV antennas in an effort to improve the fuzzy pictures. One day, after yet another antenna experiment, I found myself staring out my bedroom window at the broadcast towers on Avon Mountain. I swear to you that a voice suddenly came into my head that clearly said, "Someday you'll put a new TV station on the air in Hartford." To this day, I still remember the absolute certainty of that message, which seemed to be coming from a future me. My reaction at the time was, cool, now I know what's in my future. Exactly 23 years later, everything the voice had said to me came true. And this was the moment it happened. Almost 5 years to the day after I had heard that voice in my head, I was having dinner with my family when the telephone rang. I heard my mother answer it and say, "Hello, doctor." Earlier that day, she had taken me to get my yearly checkup prior to the start of a new school year. And the doctor told me how healthy I was. Now, after my mother listened to the doctor for a few moments, she turned to face me with an expression on her face unlike anything I had ever seen before. At that moment, I knew something was very wrong and my life would never be the same again. The doctor told her that based upon the specimen that I had left with him earlier that day, I needed to get to a testing facility the first thing in the morning to get several blood tests done. The next morning, after several tubes of blood had been drawn, the results came back and they were not good, causing me to be immediately rushed to Hartford Hospital. Once we arrived there, we were met by a young endocrinologist by the name of David Wilcox, who told us that I had been diagnosed with what was called at the time juvenile diabetes, and we needed to start preparing for terrible things to begin happening to me within a few years. He said by my 20s, and almost certainly by my 30s, I would start to develop horrific medical complications such as kidney failure, heart problems, blindness, and possible amputations to my feet. The doctor offered one bit of consolation to us, however. He said, if I were still able to live 25 more years, I would receive a 25-year survival medal to accomplish that rare achievement. As you can imagine, after hearing this, my parents were absolutely beside themselves with grief. I, on the other hand, saw things vastly different. Instead of wasting time and effort on what might happen, I viewed this as a medical challenge, one that I would not let diabetes win. To me, it was as if I were part of some giant science experiment. Because I knew my father had beaten incredible odds of his own by surviving the Nazi death camps of World War II, that gave me hope that I too might beat the odds and survive as well. Over the next few years, I did everything I could to fight what supposedly was inevitable, and each year, no complications appeared. If the protocol called for a few tests to be done during a week, I took 3 tests a day, and the results spoke for themselves. Now turning to the United Way, while most people believe that donations to the United Way all come from large donors and corporations, the reality is that 1 out of every $5 comes from small individual gifts. The next time you walk by a donation box and think your contribution is meaningless, remember this story. In June of 1946, 30 strangers each donated $4.73, allowing a 17-year-old orphan named David Cheshla, who would become David Chase. Someone they would never know got a boat passage to America with those dollars. And if those small donations had never been made, just think of how incredibly different the Hartford skyline would be today. I would not be here, and Fox 61 would not exist as well. So really the biggest regret in my life is that those 30 donors never had any concept of how profoundly their modest gifts ultimately changed the world, and in so many ways. So in closing, if a voice comes to you, as it did for me, follow it wherever it may take you. Thank you.
Let me just leave you with this thought right now, and some people have said similar things tonight, but I want to add my voice to it. If you think about the sheer volume of community impact represented in this room tonight, it's awesome, and it's inspiring, and it should inspire us all to do more next year. So thank you for coming.